Fox News. That's in Queens, New York this morning, one of 7 Amazon locations where workers walked out a few hours ago. Haley Fixler there with Fox 5 TV.
They're chanting that Amazon is unfair, and even trucks passing by, they're honking their horns in support. Now, union officers tell us they want to negotiate with Amazon. They say that the company will not negotiate a contract with them. Union leaders say they want the company to give them better benefits, more money, and they really want them to prioritize safety.
Amazon says it prefers direct negotiations with the workers, while adding that many of those who went on strike are not actually Amazon employees, saying they're third-party delivery drivers and only a small percentage of Amazon warehouse staff. So the online retail giant says it does not expect the strike to impact operations. The FAA has issued a temporary ban on flying most drones in several areas of New Jersey through January 17th after weeks of drone sightings led to safety concerns, though the Biden administration insists there's no public threat. Now to the drama in Congress.
President Trump is going to have to consider coming to Washington. I mean, let's face it, he's the president now. It's not President Biden.
Republican Senator John Kennedy on Fox. The morning after the president-elect came out against a bipartisan spending bill, prompting House Republicans to scrap it and work on a plan B.
Democrats are not in the House are not going to go along with it. Mike's problem, Speaker Johnson's problem, is that on the Republican side, he's got a bunch of free-range chickens.
House Democrats say it'll be Republicans' fault if funding isn't approved by tomorrow night and there's a government shutdown. A California man detained, suspected of plotting to attack a government building.
A plan they say he coordinated with the Wisconsin school shooter. According to a gun violence restraining order obtained by KFMB, Alexander Poffendorf admitted to the FBI he shared his plans with the team.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. That shooter killed herself Monday at her Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin after murdering a teacher and a student and wounding 6 others. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Luigi Mangione has a court date today in Pennsylvania where he could waive extradition to New York City, where Mangione's already been indicted for murder in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. In another New York City case, a guilty plea from a man who helped set up a secret Chinese police station there.
Chen Jinping appeared in a federal courtroom in Brooklyn to plead to a single count of conspiracy to act as an agent of a foreign government. Prosecutors say Chen and a co-defendant, Lu Jianwang, set up the station in New York's Chinatown neighborhood. It allegedly operated on behalf of the People's Republic of China to track pro-democracy dissidents, but tried to conceal that to some degree by also providing services such as Chinese driver's license renewals. An FBI investigation uncovered the operation in 2022. Chen faces up to 5 years in prison. Liu returns to court in February. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
In France, a conviction in a high-profile trial that pitted a woman against her ex-husband, accused of drugging her for years and inviting other men to come over and rape her.
Giselle Pellicot was subjected to nearly a decade of abuse and waived her anonymity in an attempt to give strength to other victims. Today, her 72-year-old husband, Dominique, has been sentenced to 2 decades in prison for aggravated rape. Of the 50 other men accused of raping Giselle Pellicot, just 1 was acquitted, but he was found guilty of aggravated sexual assault. Giselle Pellicot is now seen by many in France and around the world as a feminist icon. People who gathered to support her applauded as the sentences were read out. Her ordeal has galvanized campaigners against sexual violence. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising after a massive sell-off dragged the Dow down over 1,100 points after the Federal Reserve, in announcing another 0.25% interest rate cut, reduced the number of planned cuts next year. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Illinois Attorney General and the FTC reaching a $25 million settlement with Grubhub. Chicago-based online food ordering company agreed to the payout in order to settle claims of deceptive business practices that harm customers, delivery drivers, as well as restaurants. Prosecutors appeared close to resting their case in Michael Madigan's racketeering trial. They had predicted they would likely wrap up their case, but the judge sent jurors home early after former state rep Eddie Acevedo took the stand Tuesday. Once the state rests, defense attorneys will get a chance to call their own witnesses. Illinois Department of Public Health revealed the list of nursing homes that committed violations in the third quarter of the year. Several facilities were cited with type AA violations of the Nursing Home Care Act, the most severe type. Those are cited when there is a condition or occurrence at the facility that proximately caused a resident's death in most cases. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, I guess you can't outdo. You just probably can't do too much, no matter what. And I did that yesterday. I went to work out and did my thing. And then I was in the pool all night last night. We're going for a little scuba dive, Soye, over the break.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was getting a refresher course, which I badly needed. And
Yeah. What happened?
woke up in the middle of the night with double hamstring cramps.
Ooh.
Brutal. You ever hamstring? You ever have a double hamstring?
Oh, biking, yeah. I mean, not double, but yeah, I've kind of pulled that.
Yeah.
That takes a while to heal on up.
And then you're not trying to wake the dogs or your wife. So
Yeah. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse, a hamstring pull or a cramp.
Oh,
But you said cramps, right, Stevie?
they're like whatever it is that you can't move.
Like
It's not
like a Charlie horse or something?
It's
Yeah,
like
or
when
Charlie
your
horse,
legs
yeah.
are, you have to stretch your legs, but it hurts like heck.
Right.
So whatever that is, it's like a cramp.
Did you have any bananas? I have
I was going to
runners
say,
that
need
say
some
potassium.
potassium.
No, I'm a little light on that. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, mental note to pick up some
Anyway,
bananas.
so I went to the Ark. Midwest Scuba is the only scuba around.
Yeah.
You know, half the scuba companies went out of business in COVID.
I see.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Why don't you
I
want
shouldn't laugh about that, but yeah.
Why don't you want to use my snorkel with my
Respirator
mouthpiece?
thingamajabber, yeah.
Respirator. Yeah. So we got briefed on that, and we had a really learned night. It was Janet, Christian, and I all three got in the pool at Ark, and the Ark's very nice. Hadn't been in there in a while. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we were in there for 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
2-3 hours. So we learned everything. You had to do skills. You remove the mask at 13 feet. Of course,
Right.
clear all your ear stuff, and then you have to put it back on and blow through and clean it. And anyway, so
This is not for me.
Yeah. You know, I cannot, I tried that in Hawaii about 10, 11 years ago, and I consider myself a good swimmer. I can't have my nose plugged up and breathe through my mouth. I freak out. Yeah.
I'm a mouth breather.
That's just not for me.
Okay, anyway, snorkeling is good. Snorkeling, can you?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm
Good
going
for
to do.
you for brushing up on the skills, Stevie.
Well-
when are you going to use that?
We're going to use that in about a week.
Oh, really?
Good for you.
Okay.
We're going on a little trip.
No wonder you're brushed up a
Yeah,
little bit.
are you kidding? I wouldn't do it for fun.
I was thinking, okay, I see the expiration date at the end of the year.
No, the expiration date is like you're never
Better use up this coupon.
Yeah, exactly. No, I wouldn't have done that for fun. It was just when he's talking about, we're going to take out your respirator and then you got to find it with your arm in the back, and you're down there. You don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So anyway, you try not to freak.
Uh-huh.
So it was good.
It's actually a little bit of a chapter in Grace's book,
Yeah, that's
Finding
exactly
Peace
right.
in
Yeah.
Unexpected Places,
Yeah.
because she's not, this isn't her strong
This
suit
is
to
not
be
her area.
underwater.
No, she would not have done this,
Right.
although in the pool is way better.
Yeah.
Because you can see.
But she was in a lake in Illinois where you can't see your hand in
It
front
was
of your face.
38 degrees and sleeting.
Right.
Yeah, wetsuit. All right, we'll get the show going. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J, and my hamstrings feel better.
You never know where we're going to go, Greg, with all
Going
this.
forward, we just call you Jacques Cousteau for the rest of the morning.
There you go.
Do people remember who he is?
Yeah, perfect. Who's he talking about? Someone from back in the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, the winter solstice is tomorrow, and they're celebrating at actually 3 a.m. on Saturday or whatever. But tomorrow from 4 to 7, Urbana Park District has a winter solstice party where you can gather around the fire for snacks and make holiday crafts. There's candles and the like. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
All right, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Soye would look at an amazing time for the season the weather. Really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Easy going. I mean, you want some of the white stuff around. Maybe you want to go to it versus dealing with it around here. I'm sure we'll get into it here later on. Matter of fact, we will get into it here as we get into the month of January. Matter of fact, there's a little snow breaking out in flurry fashion over the northern end of the state. That's the next little clipper system that will be in the southern flank. There may be a half a foot of snow for parts of Wisconsin, maybe 2 or 3 inches at the Illinois-Wisconsin line, and maybe a dusting around here late night tonight and tomorrow, and that is it. Otherwise, it's almost a spring-like feel for next week. Not quite snorkeling weather, but certainly balmy enough for late December. Out the north this morning, 25 at Willard and Savoy, 26 at Rantoul, 37 right on target for the time of year. Mostly cloudy sky, light wind around into the south as the day wears on. Maybe a little light rain and drizzle in spots this evening. Colder surfaces might have a little buildup of an isolated slick spot down to 27. And after midnight, snow showers and flurries come a-calling, kind of a snow globe will look around here tomorrow morning. A little dusting, short inch of the Kankakee. Highs tomorrow and up to about 35 with snow showers and flurries again, mainly in the morning hours. Wintertime, 321 Saturday morning, partly sunny, 33, up to 34 on Sunday, 38 on Monday. A little snow over the rain, no big deal there. Then Tuesday, getting rainy. A wet Christmas day around here at 45, and we'll tickle 50 with showers, maybe even a thunderstorm next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, here we go. Thank you, sir. Always great to have Greg on the radio because he's so accurate with your weather. We're talking about rain for Christmas, and that's better than a blizzard. That's better than snow and ice.
Absolutely. And there's so many things to be grateful for. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I'm overwhelmed with just the holiday and having family come in and just feeling the love and bonding and games and laughing and music. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Looking forward to all of it inside the next week.
We've got a little break here. We're taking 2 weeks off. We've never done that. But since Christmas and New Year's falls on a Wednesday, so people are leaving early on Tuesday and off Wednesday. It's just kind of
we're out of our normal routine.
Yeah. So we've decided to just take a break.
I can't remember doing this.
I don't know if we've ever done that.
I mean, how many years have we been together?
15.
And so
yeah.
This is really weird. And I'm kind of under stress because there's so much to do. If I really want to escape and take off and decompress and all of that. Reset.
Yeah.
And by the way, if anybody wants to get a message for their business out in 2025,
you're standing by.
Text Diane 359-2255.
Yep, you can text in because we'll put the message out. We do that all year long. We love working. We're a little bit different the way we do stuff because we really.
It's personal.
Yeah, we kind of. Well, how can I say? We get involved.
Yeah,
we really do. We immerse.
Yeah.
We do more immersing.
We're really invested and engaged in the businesses that are on the air.
We really want it to work.
So we're not trying to meet our number on our sales goals.
That shouldn't be a unique thing, but we really care that whenever you spend money with us, that you get something out of it.
Well, and that's why this Stever program is so cool, because our listeners are going to these businesses, then providing some feedback, and they're going within 7 days. It's just a great formula.
The 4 people that won Jets yesterday are very happy. So
awesome.
We have kind of breaking news just a half an hour ago from the News Gazette and Jim Rosso. This is bad. Three people dead in Mahomet.
What?
3 people are dead. A suspect has been located after a shooting last night at a residence on the south side of Mahomet.
Oh, no.
Isn't that the nice area of Mahomet, south side?
What?
Because you go east-west, drive in on 150. Yeah, south side. Called to a report of a shooting at 1100 block of Riverside Drive last night. Police found 3 victims, life-threatening wounds. 1 died at the scene. 2 taken to Carl and died.
Oh, my goodness.
We know Police Chief Mike Metzler.
Yeah.
So they figured out who did it, and they've got him or located him, whatever. It says they've been identified and located. I don't know. It doesn't say he or she's been arrested.
And this is right over by Lake of the Woods, this Riverside Drive, I believe. It looks like a wooded area around them. I feel like I know this house.
The names, well, you don't know. It says 1100 block. So
I mean, I see a picture on WAND's story.
Okay. Names of the victim suspect have not been released as of, an hour ago. Illinois State Police, Champaign County Coroner's Office involved in the investigation, developing story. News Gazette has it. I just came online.
Okay.
Man. Mahomet?
Oh, man, my heart is heavy with that. So prayers go out to the Muhammad community on what's happening. 3 dead.
We check our sports headlines this morning.
When it comes to our Illini, we've got the bragging rights game against Missouri at noon on Sunday. Lots of people talking about if they're going down to St. Louis. I put my feelers out saying I'm available if you need somebody to help you drive, if you need a DD.
Some people go the night before, so they don't have to.
I know that.
Yeah, and weather looks fine. So, I mean, if you're going to have 50 on Christmas Day, wow, 45, 50. That's pretty good. So we're good through the weekend, I think, as far as anything
that's right
that'll stop you from traveling.
And tomorrow, Illinois women are in action against SIU. Pretty cool for you to have some interaction with our women's and men's basketball coach this week at an event, Stevie.
Rebounders, yeah. And anyways, I don't know why you put a noon game.
I know.
Why not 7? I don't get that.
I don't know, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, but there's work and school and stuff, right?
But I mean, you can get to that on Monday, right? The 20.
This is Friday.
Oh, you mean
I'm talking
for
Friday
SIU?
Noon. Yeah, I'm talking about Illini women
because the men play at noon on Sunday.
That's okay, but I'm saying the noon Friday is a tough time for everybody.
And they're not doing the field trip day thing like they did at 11 a.m. game.
You did a bunch of 900 buses. That works. That's a field trip. That's called a field trip.
9,000 kids age 8 and under screaming. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I like
Shauna
that.
Green had said she needed some earplugs on that
She
game.
took some Bear aspirin before. Preemptive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Illinois football, of course, number 20 against number 15 South Carolina. And again, people are trying to get their plan for, are you going to Orlando or not? Should we take a trip?
Yeah, you can actually still stay in the hotel where the Illini are. I was helping a friend yesterday figure that out.
Right.
And there's space where the Illini are staying. And that's fun because that's going to be a lot of orange in that lobby.
Yeah, we were talking about the band and the 9 buses or whatever that is. That'll be great. It's a New Year's Eve at 2 o'clock, so go Illini. We already are playing some bowls. I know, like UNLV beat California yesterday, 24-14 in the Art of Sports Bowl, and we'll have Georgia Southern and Sam Houston in action tonight. We also have some Parkland College, for instance. They're 12-1 on the season, beating Glen Oaks Community College yesterday. We'll have the Bulls at Boston tonight. The Pacers are in Phoenix. That's essentially sports. I know the Broncos and LA Chargers in action tonight.
Yeah.
So taking note of all of this here on ESPN 93.5.
All right, we got John Decker, who got a question to the president as he was leaving for Delaware on Marine One. We'd mentioned, why would he go on a Tuesday? It was the anniversary of his wife and daughter's death in that car accident, I think in the 70s?
That's right.
Okay. So anyway, as he was leaving Marine One, John Decker did shout the question about the drones.
Okay.
We'll find out what the president told John Decker coming up in 10 minutes. Weather brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you, if you're looking for an opportunity for growth in a supportive environment, might want to consider a career in healthcare. Learn more at carl.org/careers.
Got Fox Business Minute coming up after our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Van vicinity. Next weather system, Clipper style, making its way down through the upper Midwest. Will bring a little dash of wintertime across the area late tonight and through tomorrow morning. After that, it's yet another pattern shift into incredibly and unseasonably mild to downright warm and increasingly wetter as well as we head on through Christmas week. In the meantime, mostly cloudy for the day today. High temperature around 37. That's a little more seasonal with a light northeast to east wind around southeast. For tonight, little light rain drizzle mix before midnight. Some light snow and snow showers after midnight, down to 27. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and a few snow showers around for the morning, and maybe a coating to short inch from here on northward towards the Kankakee. The high tomorrow at 35 and a bite to that northwest wind. Weekend forecast, partly to mostly sunny, 33 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday. A little snow over the rain, no big deal for Monday. Highs into the upper 30s, and it's 40s for highs for Tuesday, Christmas Day, Wednesday, and Thursday, with rain and showers.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Stevie J here with Nate.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There are some upbeat earnings this morning, helping to create some optimism after the dramatic sell-off yesterday that followed Fed Chair Jerome Powell suggesting there will be only 2 interest rate cuts next year, not 4. The Bank of England left interest rates there unchanged this morning as expected. CarMax is reporting a much better than expected quarter. The used car retailer's earnings and sales top forecasts, and the company says it's seeing positive momentum. CarMax shares are up more than 5%. And Olive Garden's parent company, Darden, is reporting sales improved for Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Yard House, and Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. Fine dining, Darden's Capitol Grill and Ruth's Chris saw sales decline. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
In the Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life, which lead character says the line, "Say brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from?"
Never saw it.
George Bailey. How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Thank you for taking the quiz.
Nate Evans at the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. So what would you tell a seller who's waiting until the holidays to sell?
Wait until the holidays? So that's a great question. Right now, during the holidays, our house is full of gifts, trees, everything else like that, right? So if you're a seller and you're wanting to sell your home, if we don't have to sell right before the holiday season or during that time, I usually say, hey, let's just get through the holiday season. Let's wait until sometime in January when the market, we start seeing online impressions tick up. And we've noticed over the last few years that the seasonality of that spring market's been pushing up into the January market. So it seems like our sellers are performing a lot better those first few weeks of January. I did have some meetings with my executives over at Zillow, and Zillow projecting right now with all their online activity, what they're seeing is that come January, they're anticipating a huge boom in online activity, which means I think there's going to be a lot of buyers out there.
You can do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Here's what new customers are saying about Interstate Batteries.
It's nice to see capable and helpful associates. They did a top-notch job.
They were easy to talk to and explained everything.
Service was prompt and I was a walk-in. Total service time was only like 20 minutes. I highly recommend Interstate Batteries.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. How much is dependable worth? Experience them for the first time at 2504 North Mattis. Way out there, but worth the drive. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Visit interstatebatteries.com.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. All right, 7:24, ESPN 93.5. John Decker coming up in about 5-10 minutes. That'll be fun to talk to him this morning. And as we get ready for Christmas, all of the things that you have to do, just write it down, check them off. It's very fulfilling to check off a list. You say, I did that, did that, did that. And it's easy to have one slip through the wickets. You can always have that going on.
Right. I write things down, but then I can't find that Post-it note that had the list on it.
You have notes on your phone.
I know.
You have a new phone.
I have to figure it out.
All you got to do is push the little button down and say, set an alarm for 10 o'clock for. You can do them all day.
I feel like that just doesn't work.
Why?
Must be the user. I don't know what I'm doing. I need a little class on technology.
Well, or do you know where the notes is in your whole phone?
I do.
Okay, then you go to the notes and you open up like you do an email.
Right.
And you write stuff down.
But I want like the alarm like you're saying that says I got a hair appointment in an hour. I just don't get it. We don't have to talk about this. This stresses me out.
Set an alarm for 1 minute to tell Diane about the alarm. Okay, the alarm is set.
Okay.
So I'll just
So
go
you
ahead
had your
and
phone
wait.
on
See.
mute. Good for you during the show.
Actually, I didn't. I don't know why it didn't talk to me.
359-2255. If you want a
organizational skills, just
talk about technology.
Just, talk to my wife.
Okay.
The most time managed, unbelievably able to get more done in 8 hours than I can in 40, and that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, some people are super organized. Some are just kind of
getting by.
Big vision people. Yeah, that's big boned and big vision's what I am. Oh yeah. So you just have to I'm not great at it. I'm trying to get better at it, but how bad are we at time management, trying to figure out where we're supposed to be when?
But you're right about the holiday list. I mean, I was enlightening our supper club yesterday about the Restore doing the wrapping of the gifts. That's going to save some time.
Well, but you got to get there and then you got to wait, right? So you're going to.
But I mean, you can also shop a little bit there at Restore,
Yeah.
1914 Glen Park Drive. It worked. I'm a believer in technology
Okay,
now.
so here it says, tell Diane about the alarm. Okay, Diane, there's an alarm you can set, and if you want, you can have that all day long.
I mean, just Tuesday, I ran out the door, didn't say goodbye to everybody because, the dentist called and said you have an appointment coming up. They know that I'm one step behind, and they call me and say you've got an appointment in 15 minutes.
But most places will text you the day before you have an appointment.
You're right.
And so that's helpful.
That's when I should get that
and
reminder.
And you can't do
in.
the alarm until the day before. The alarm won't work for next Tuesday. That's called a reminder.
Okay.
And then the reminder should pop up on your phone when you're supposed to do that. I like the alarm because that actually makes noise, and you have to...
alarm reminder. I'm writing a note here
speaking
on my
of
sportscast. I'll never see it.
Speaking of alarms, that is, let's talk about mail money. If you have people signed up for your alarm system, you forget about it, you just pay it. You may or may not even use your alarm, and it's just cash coming in. I tried to call Securitas yesterday. How big is that company? I think it's 5,000 employees.
Oh, really?
They bought A1 Alarm and F.E. Moran.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm nice people, but it's like AT&T or something. It's like trying to find the right person at the right time, and they can't find your account because you're this Solomon system, and you're supposed to be over. It was like an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, it's just I love the small guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes the small guy gets overwhelmed with they can't handle all the business, but it's if you know what, so much of the world is a system. Jimmy John's is a system. You go into any Jimmy John's and the lettuce looks the same. They have a system of the lettuce goes in this drawer, the cheese goes here, and it's a system.
Yeah.
The ones that are really good at it are really successful. The ones that aren't transfer you 10 times.
Yeah.
That's just the way it
And
goes.
it's like at Jimmy John's, you get the same flavor of bread, and the sandwich is great no matter where you are.
And whatever you think of McDonald's,
because they have a system.
Whatever you think of McDonald's, the Quarter Pounder in Shanghai tastes about the same as it does at Neil and Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
It is remarkable how if you're a great systems management person, you can name your number because it's a system. How do you do this? What's the most efficient? How many people do you need to run all that? A system is, I've learned over life that's if you're good at systems, really good at it, just look at the successful companies. But AT&T makes money, and good luck calling them. It's unbelievable. Is there any local alarm company anymore? I mean, I'm talking about people that come in your house and an alarm goes off.
Right.
Who's local?
Well, when you install the Ring doorknob,
Well, that's your cell phone. You're doing your own thing.
Okay.
I'm talking about a company that monitors. Who's the local company? A1 used to be. F.E. Moran kind of was.
Yeah.
Guy Muhammad owned that.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I love the small mom and pop if we can do it.
Absolutely.
So I know Good Vibes is a good example.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to Costco. I love Costco, but I wouldn't go and buy a 8-foot television and put that in my truck.
Right, or some kind of speakers.
Well, you can't hook it up unless and if you can, where's your support? What if the thing is broken? Good luck. I can call Steve Suderman. I know where he lives. I like that. Yeah.
That one time when he said, "Have you checked on off?"
Okay, fine. I forgot the power. Okay, so beat me up. Okay, Steve, this isn't working. Is the power on? And there's this long silence. I'm going, thank you. Gotta go. Bye. News is coming up. John Decker, Gray Television's White House and national correspondent who goes into the White House lawn at 10 o'clock at night trying to shout a question. That is his life. We will talk about that. Mr. President! Mr. President! That'll be next.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. It'll take a new deal to avoid a partial government shutdown Saturday. The one agreed to by congressional leaders is opposed by too many Republicans, including President-elect Trump.
Trump sending this warning to lawmakers, saying any Republican that would be so stupid as to vote for this should and will be primaried. And Elon Musk celebrated, saying, your elected representatives have heard you, and now the terrible bill is dead.
Fox's Brooks Singman. There are convictions in France for everyone accused of raping a woman drugged into unconsciousness by her husband.
Giselle Pellicot was subjected to nearly a decade of abuse. Her 72-year-old husband, Dominique, has been sentenced to 2 decades in prison. Of the 50 other men accused of raping Giselle Pellicot, just one was acquitted, but he was found guilty of aggravated sexual assault.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, a federal grand jury convicting a Champaign County man of robbing a credit union in Rantoul in June. Prosecutors say Troy Burke robbed the Community Plus Federal Credit Union on June 20th before being arrested the same day. Burke was found guilty last week following a 2-day trial. Minimum wage in Illinois is going up at the start of the new year. Workers will see an increase of $1 per hour from $14 to $15. The minimum wage for tip workers rising to $9 an hour. It's the 7th and final increase as part of a legislation signed by the governor in 2019. And Urbana Hotel getting a facelift after 100 years, but progress going slower than expected. Hotel Royer has extended its opening date 4 times since 2022, and financial penalties could soon be coming for the developers. The hotel, formerly the Lincoln Hotel, is still under construction after years of work. City Council set the hotel's 4th deadline of occupancy as December 31st. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
We check your weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. What do you need? Home, auto, life? Get some peace of mind. Kurt's got it all. Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Memphis. Saturday, mostly cloudy, seasonal days. Worth of weather ahead across the area with light northeast to east wind will top out at around about 37. Bottoming out tonight to 27 with a touch of rain and drizzle in spots before midnight and some light snow and snow showers after midnight. To pick up on the west-northwest wind through the day tomorrow. We'll have snow showers and flurries tomorrow morning. A coating to dusting to short inch as you go from Champaign on northward. Highs tomorrow at 35 with a northwest wind 12 to 24 and gusty. Weekend forecast, winter time officially clocks in 3:21 Saturday morning, partly sunny 33, up to 34 on Sunday, and a warm-up, moderation of temperatures, almost an early spring feeling. Getting wet around here for Christmas week. Monday, a little snow over to rain, no big deal here at 38. Rainy Tuesday at 41. Rain on and off for the day on Christmas Day with a high up to 45. We'll get close to 50 with showers, even a thunderstorm next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Soldier.
This will be our final theme day until...
Wait, there's a few. This one says, Stevie, your radio station is off the air. Oh, I forgot to turn the power on.
All right, I'm laughing inside.
And
I'm laughing inside. Okay?
Someone says, the problem with mom and pop business is now called grandma and grandpa business, and there's no youngsters that are ready to work and, carry that on.
Well, you got to get after it. Roll your sleeves up stuff. That's
Diane,
for sure.
all you need, with all you do in the community, you need a clock with 25 hours on it.
Yeah, I was showing Diane how alarm works on your phone.
Right.
Just push the thing and talk into it. I'm trying to get better at it myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last time you're going to hear the theme, my friends, until 2025. John Decker. John John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker.
Yes, children in combines now singing the theme. Even kindergartners writing down as their favorite song now, and the teacher marked it wrong.
That's right.
What are you doing? It's just pure liberal. Come on, man. John Decker.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Your life is pretty much, making sure you don't miss anything, which has to be a burden. You're out there on I presume, the South Lawn, waiting on Marine One to take Joe Biden to Delaware, commemorate a sad thing in his life with his wife and daughter dying in a car wreck back in the 70s. But anyway, he's leaving, and there you are getting a question about the drones. And what did the president say to you, Mr. Decker?
Well, the president did respond to my question. I was the only reporter that he responded to. I think we have a good relationship. In any case, he said nothing nefarious related to those drones. Really downplayed the concerns that many people have, particularly in New Jersey, about the increased amount of sightings of drones in New Jersey and other northeastern states. So that was the first opportunity that anybody has had in terms of getting President Biden to weigh in on the situation involving the drones. Other administration officials have spoken about this, the White House press secretary, the person who speaks on behalf of the National Security Council. But until I asked that question and got that response from President Biden, we had not heard the President of the United States weigh in on this particular matter.
Okay, so my European producer sent in something a few days ago saying it's a vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL. Well, I'm just wondering why, and President Trump's firmly believing that we know, why do you think the hesitation to share?
I don't know. I mean, I saw what President-elect Donald Trump said. He said that in his press conference that he had earlier this week. And, soon he will be president of the United States. Just a matter of weeks. I think he said 39 days away. I guess he has a calendar, crossing off the days. And if those drones are still making those appearances when he becomes president of the United States, perhaps he will disclose more information than what is being disclosed right now.
Okay, so we're trying to get something done. Is it by Friday? It's always Friday. The budget or something? Continuing resolution? Yeah. Tell me about that.
Well, this was a deal that was put together initially by the leadership in Congress, the leader of the House, the leader of the Senate, the leader of the House, for actually the minority leaders for both parties as well. And so that meant that the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, intimately involved in putting together this continuing resolution that would have funded the government through March the 14th, and then March the 14th, they'd have to confront this situation all over again in terms of funding the government for the rest of the fiscal year. But Elon Musk weighed in. He felt that there was waste associated with this CR. And then Donald Trump weighed in. And because Donald Trump weighed in and put some things out on social media, including saying, if you support this, you risk being primaried, that put the fear in a lot of members on the Republican side. And that deal, that continuing resolution deal, completely fell apart. And now they have to start all over from square one in terms of getting a deal to prevent a partial government shutdown midnight on Friday.
I think they had a 40% raise for Congress in there.
Not true.
Okay.
Not true.
Okay,
not true.
thank you
not
for
true.
knowing that.
Not true. Not true. Elon Musk, I don't know if you believe everything he says, but he put some things out there that were simply untrue. There's whether you approve of it or not, I'm not saying whether I approve of it or not. I'm just telling you the fact. There's a 3.5% cost of living adjustment contained in the CR for members of Congress who haven't gotten any kind of raise or any kind of pay adjustment since 2009. So that's what's contained in there. So 3.5%, if you think that's fair, then you're like, I have no problem with that. 40%, I'd be like, wow, 40%,
right.
that's crazy.
That
it
sounded
is not
crazy.
40%.
Okay, very good.
Not
That's
40%.
why we carry John Decker on the radio, my friends.
Thank you.
Just the facts. Okay, but I don't even know. What's Congress guy make now? I have no. It's not very much. It's just not.
174.
Yeah.
174,000. The Speaker of the House makes, I think, like around 210,000, something in that neighborhood.
Not for the work. It's not
I think it's good coin.
It's not good
Yeah, well,
coin
they
for
have
what
to-
they do, and it's
They have to maintain 2 homes. I mean, that's pretty expensive. I would certainly imagine
Well,
if you have a
Washington.
family.
Well, I mean, yeah, Washington flights. I mean, you're not. I mean, there's just any more. 210 used to be a lot, and the president doesn't even take any money. This President-elect Trump won't take any, but it's like $400,000. Fauci got more than that. I think Anthony Fauci gets paid what, $800,000 a year.
Really?
Listen.
I don't know.
If you want
I have to Google that.
I thought that
what
was.
am I doing here at the radio
Listen,
broadcast?
if you but in that position,
Go to medical school.
I mean, John Decker, as great as he is, could take the White House press room, make his 150 or whatever, and then quit in 8 months and do the mashed potato circus for 25 to 50,000 a night. That's how it works. No, that's right. You get picked out and go speak about your experiences. That's how these guys make all the money. And then if you're in Congress and you're an advocate and an ally of Nancy Pelosi, you trade for about $250 million and make a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Anyway, all right. So, will it go quiet in Washington finally for a week or so, or not?
I don't know. I mean, you know, the clock is ticking. We're talking about midnight tomorrow night is the deadline. I just don't see how you put everything together so quickly between now and that period of time. There was a deal. The deal was blown up, and it looks to me like we're heading towards a partial government shutdown. To me, you know, I think you'd agree. We only have one president at a time. We only have one Congress at a time. This is the president that's in place right now. It's Joe Biden. There's a Congress in place right now. It's the 118th Congress. Republicans control the House right now, and Democrats control the Senate. But come the new year, there will be Donald Trump in the White House, and a Republican House, and a Republican Senate. And so, to me, it makes sense to say, let's get us through mid-March, and then mid-March, March 14th, when this continuing resolution runs out, then it will be up to the new Congress, the Republican Congress, the new president, Republican Donald Trump, to determine how to fund the government for the rest of the fiscal year, because they will own everything. So to me, that makes the most sense, but you know, maybe it doesn't make sense to some members right now.
I guess it's just part of the culture in Washington to put things in there because you can get them in, and then you vote on it, and this other thing.
Right.
They've done that forever, and if someday quit doing that, it'd be nice, but. Maybe now is not the time around Christmas and New Year when you're not going to probably get consensus on stuff. So
it's a 1,500-page bill.
Yeah, how can you possibly? Why does it have to be that?
How do you read all that?
Well, you don't. So how do you possibly navigate legitimately? You can't. Why can't you have a 15-page bill right now?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. To me, you could. To me, I think you certainly could. Let's talk about things that I think most people could agree with. Maybe not the numbers, but you could certainly agree with pay raise for the military. Agree, disagree. I think we all say, yeah, of course. They're members of our country, serve our country in uniform. They deserve a pay raise. There was money contained for disaster relief for those communities hard hit by those massive hurricanes, including Hurricane Helene. Yeah, we need to help out those folks. That bridge that got knocked down in Baltimore. Yeah, some money for that. And also the farm bill. Let's help out our nation's farmers and ranchers. I don't know the amounts, but those things you could certainly come up with an amount for. But then all this extraneous stuff in there, I don't get. I just simply don't get, and that's how you get a 1,500-page bill.
And nobody ever could read those things, and they don't. Maybe a few staffers work on it, but it's just time for a different way to do it. I think that's what America wants. They want it done better.
Well, what's with the deadlines? It's always we have until. It's like, you know, when you were back in school, you had a deadline. You're like waiting until the last minute to write your paper. It's like, come on, we pay you guys money and women money to do this job. You shouldn't have to wait until the last minute to get it done.
Man, that's what I did. How'd you know that?
Right, me too.
I know you, Stevie. I know you,
John
Stevie,
Decker
too
was
well.
John Decker was done the night after the professor signed it. Man, he's the only lawyer on press row. He's the only guy in press row that can argue with the Supreme Court, my friend.
Yeah,
this is gravitas is his middle name.
Speaking of the Supreme Court, I'll be in the Supreme Court early part of 2025. January 10th, that's when the Supreme Court will hear that case that they decided to hear. They put it on their docket just yesterday regarding TikTok and whether TikTok will be banned. So that's going to be a big case. Tens of millions of people across the country use TikTok every day, so it has real-life implications for them and also for the company itself, which is due to go out of business on January the 19th.
I get it. The communist China are using our data to mine information, but so is Google. Right? I mean, if I sign, I don't know what TikTok is.
Well, Google's not owned by China.
Right, I know that, but I mean, what are they doing with my name and address? I mean, China. I didn't sign up for TikTok. I'm not on TikTok.
I'm not either, but I think we should just flip it to an American company.
Well, they're
called
trying to.
Big Bok.
There you go.
Just a Big
That's
Bok.
one solution.
Yeah. But again, they don't want to because obviously. But if you think it's too intrusive and you think they're actually doing damage to America, heck yeah, I'd be worried about that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Trump seems to have softened on it because I think it'd help him with the election.
Well, you may recall when Donald Trump was president of the United States, he moved to ban TikTok as well. He now has a change of heart about TikTok, and that legislation passed with bipartisan support. The FBI has determined that TikTok, owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company, as you point out, owned by the Chinese Communist Party, is a national security threat to the U.S. The D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals has upheld this law, but now it's up to the Supreme Court. This is, Stevie, this is like a Hail Mary pass that TikTok is throwing, and it's really up to the Supreme Court as to whether or not the Supreme Court will save TikTok, whether the Supreme Court will keep TikTok from going out of business.
Well, it'll be fascinating to see. Generally, I can say whatever Trump wanted generally in life, except the Supreme Court perhaps, it goes against Trump. So I'm not sure where the president-elect is. But again, I guess my question is if I signed up for TikTok, I guess I could see the information I could give. But I'm not so sure the government can get everything on me, so can everybody else. I'm not sure what value it is to know where I live when everybody does. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the reason why you don't see value is because you don't think in nefarious ways like the Chinese Communist Party does.
Okay.
What are they going to do with that information, right? You think about having that information, maybe they go, let's turn off Stevie J's lights.
Okay.
Let's listen in on Stevie J's house.
Yeah.
Let's look and see what Stevie J's searching on the internet. All those things, I mean, I wouldn't want that information in an adversary's hands. And let's not just use Stevie J. Let's look at the President of the United States.
Yeah.
All of his information. So that's where you're going when you talk about national security.
Well, there was a report out of Seattle that Facebook brought in 12 communist Chinese people to help censor their information. Is that different? I mean, they brought.
I know nothing about that.
Well, if they brought 12 in so the bots can recognize Stevie J saying he questioned the 2020 election, boom, I'm off Facebook Live.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Yep.
John Decker, what are you doing? Next week or two? What's your schedule,
what's
man?
the holiday
Where's Mick? I mean, your good friend MJ, Mick Jagger. Where's he? Are you hanging out?
Well, do you know who turned 81 yesterday?
Not
a man named Keith Richards. Keith Richards turned 81 years old. How about that?
How does he do it? Is it the transfusion? Is it a cryogenic chamber?
But he's one of those guys that you're 81, you say, gosh, you look 91, but congratulations.
for that person.
It's not what they say, not the mileage, it's the wear and tear on the mileage. Because that guy's been hard at it that's amazing that he's living past 81. Wow.
I agree. I hope he keeps going. We're going to Phoenix, Arizona. You know Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
That's where my wife's family is from, so we always go there for Christmas, and that's where we will be. And then we come home in time for New Year's, so we'll be in D.C. for New Year's itself.
Yeah, power couple just pictured at the White House again with the president and first lady.
Nice.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Hi, John. Come on back. Okay, how you doing? Yeah. It's like Chevy Chase in Vacation. I'd look at the Grand Canyon 3 seconds. Get John Decker for another picture for 3 seconds. Go. Anyway, that's cool that you're standing out there. You have how many pictures with the presidents over the years?
Well, yeah, you'd have to go back all the way to 1995.
Wow.
1995. Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
How about that?
Hey, how are you? You're looking good.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Nice to see you. Your wife's cute.
There you go. Exactly.
Anyway, no, that's amazing. You have quite the
That's
collection.
too funny.
Quite the collection.
Yeah,
John,
my wife frames them. She puts some of them in her office. And I leave it to her.
John
Pretty
Decker's,
cool.
power reporter, his wife's power executive at Amtrak. I mean, you got it going on, man. And you go to Mick Jagger concerts, Mick winks at you. I mean, you got it happening, man.
That's right. I wish. That's too funny.
Hey,
I wonder if Mick and the Stones are going to tour in 2025. I hope they do. That'll be pretty cool. Keep it going. Keep it going is what I say.
I mean, 40 years ago, you said the music industry is going to get Guitar Hero and everybody's going to get rejuvenated, and then these 80-year-olds are going to go on concert and you're going to pay.
Yep.
I mean, it's stunning. The evolution. Hey, John, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to call you on January 9, I guess, is the Thursday on that week.
Right.
Wow. And I know we'll be talking about TikTok case that will be heard by the Supreme Court on January 10th.
I'm telling you.
We will talk then, and I look forward to that. And I wish you and Diane a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. It's been a great 2024 with you, Stevie and Diane, and I look forward to a great 2025 with you as well.
Appreciate it. John
Merry
Decker,
Christmas.
great television's White House national correspondent, man on the spot, and he knows the facts. He's a great journalist. We appreciate him very much. All right, ESPN 93.5, we check your weather ahead of Did You Know with Nathaniel Son. That's coming up next, ESPN. Let's check our weather, brought to you by Busey for over 155 years, member FDIC, and get your assessment on your color copier and see if you can save money with Watts Copy Systems. Simply call them at 217-352-0428.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Ambas. Saturday, next weather system, Clipper style, making its way down through the upper Midwest. I'll bring a little dash of wintertime across the area late tonight and through tomorrow morning. After that, it's yet another pattern shift into incredibly and unseasonably mild to downright warm and increasingly wetter as well as we head on through Christmas week. In the meantime, mostly cloudy for the day today. High temperature around 37. That's a little more seasonal with a light northeast to east wind around southeast. For tonight, little light rain drizzle mix before midnight. Some light snow and snow showers after midnight, down to 27. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and a few snow showers around for the morning, and maybe a coating to short inch from here on northward towards the Kankakee. The high tomorrow at 35 and a bite to that northwest wind. Weekend forecast, partly to mostly sunny, 33 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday, a little snow over to rain, no big deal for Monday. Highs into the upper 30s, and it's 40s for highs for Tuesday, Christmas Day, Wednesday, and Thursday, with rain and shower activity on the increase. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Reekin, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
It is Thursday, and we call my son Nathaniel in Chicago, called affectionately Nathaniel Son.
Yes.
But maybe I should start a few weeks calling you Nathaniel Dad.
Hey, I love it.
Oh, wow. How's Allison?
She's good. She's wrapping up the school year here, or I should say the school semester, last couple days, and really looking forward to a break because I can't imagine that teaching 20-something 5-year-olds being 37 weeks pregnant is not easy.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
In fact, my mom was a second grade teacher, and they wouldn't allow her to teach after like 3 or 4 months.
Really?
Back in the day, they didn't want a teacher that was showing and to cause the kids to ask questions, so she had to quit her teaching job.
Yeah, Allison has definitely gotten some funny questions, and you can imagine a 5-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, she according to the Stevie J list of best teachers in Illinois, she's number 1 this week, so congratulations on that. Well, hey, we're so excited for that, and your life's going to change for the better forever. It's just an awesome deal. We're so excited. On Thursdays, you tell us something we just didn't know about. It's called Did You Know? Nathaniel's son in Chicago. So, what you got today, Nathaniel?
Well, as we're within our last week to Christmas here, we're going to maintain the theme of really talking about the season. And as we've spoken about in previous weeks, we know this season commemorates and celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ, the only Son of God. But there are so many components to this season. I mean, there's its own music genre, and we know that Santa brings gifts to a naughty and nice list. But we also have a component that is quite interesting when you think about it. For a long time, which we'll talk about, there's been a tradition of cutting down a tree and placing it in your home. And actually, Dad and Diane, I believe you have quite a large one right outside your studio.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
It's
right
like nearly
downtown.
28 feet here in downtown Philo.
Yep.
Yeah, so that wouldn't really fit in a living room. But if we go back as far as 4,000 years, even the ancient Egyptians recognized the specialty of evergreen trees. There was believed that they would actually fend away evil spirits. So even back that far, people would hang foliage or garlands over their windows and doors. But the modern-day tradition that we all know and has become a staple in our society of bringing a tree into your home actually happened about 600 years ago in modern-day Germany. And the story goes that the Protestant monk Martin Luther was walking home one winter evening, and he stopped and he was struck by the beauty of stars in the clear night sky twinkling amidst the evergreens. And he was so moved that he wanted to recapture the beauty for his family. So he cut down a tree, put it in his room, in the living room of his home, and hung candles in the branches to recreate the beauty he saw in the night sky.
Martin Luther was the first person to do that. Wow.
It's amazing that the tradition has carried on for about 600 years, and it's come to be what we know as we decorate the tree, we adorn it, we put lights on it, but it really resembles the beauty that was seen in the winter night sky.
You know, Germany has that O Tannenbaum song, and I remember as
It's old Christmas tree, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you said Martin Luther as the Protestant monk was back in
yeah,
Germany?
Martin Luther
Martin
is
Luther,
famous
yeah.
for the 99 Thesis. Yep, Martin Luther.
Unbelievable. And again, these days you're going, what's the candle doing near the tree?
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Not very good there. Anyway,
Get one of those fake candles
and then
that you just flick on the bottom and turn it on.
Did you lean it against the piano, or what did you do with? There's no tree stand. How'd you get the? Yeah, you're supposed to punch a hole at the bottom and put some water there so it drinks the water.
They probably had pretty dry trees.
Yeah.
I don't know why I go to logistics in any story in my life. The president
No,
goes.
I
I
do
don't know how they
too.
do that. I just like how they did that. I mean, you look at everything. We can't figure out Stonehenge unless it was just underwater and somehow laid like that when it drained. I don't know. How'd they do Stonehenge? You got to figure that one out for me.
There you
Nathaniel.
go. We need a did you know on that for the new
I'll
year.
add that to the register. of
And
topics.
just how did the slaves pull the pyramids together? I
It's
mean,
crazy.
Pulleys and systems, but that
It had to be aliens.
You know, I'm not sure, Diane. I'm a little skeptical. I'll do the research and we'll talk about it.
It's a Did You Know, upcoming book. You just kept files and all this. It's just stuff that people are interested in. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, Nathaniel. Always a pleasure. We're not going to talk till January 9, I guess, on the radio. So
That's close to your birthday, too, isn't it?
he's January 3.
Okay.
Man, he's not old enough to be president yet, so we got that
Alrighty.
going for you. Nathaniel's son, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
All right. Nathaniel in Chicago. Nathaniel's son. Always a pleasure on Did You Know?
Oh, Christmas tree, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches.
In O Tannenbaum in German, I think.
Absolutely.
All right. Way to go, Martin Luther. Beauty of the Christmas tree. We'll be right back. The news will be next. Whole another hour to go.
Find the look you love for less at Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Explore their wide selection of quality pieces, from cozy sofas to exquisite dining sets from all the top name brands. With personalized service and expert advice, their team makes finding the perfect piece effortless. Create the home of your dreams with Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Exceptional customer service and the best prices since 1959. Stop by today or visit them online at kelseyfurniture.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
They're working on Plan B, and they do not have much time. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
First, I would tell everybody to take their meds.
GOP Senator John Kennedy, the morning after House Republicans scrapped a bipartisan spending plan.
President Trump needs to sit down with Mike Johnson and John Thune and come up with a new skinny CR.
That continuing resolution has to be approved by tomorrow night. Fox's Peter Ducey reports.
The odds of a government shutdown are now as high as 60-40 or 70-30, according to our Capitol Hill whisperer, Chad Pergram, after the original spending bill completely fell apart. The final nail in the coffin was on Truth Social, where Donald Trump posted, "Sounds like the ridiculous and extraordinarily expensive continuing resolution, plus is dying fast."
House Democrats say if the government shuts down, it'll be Republicans' fault. Thousands of workers went on strike at 7 Amazon warehouses this morning, from California to New York.
We're out here striking for a better job. You feel me? We need better job, better pay, better benefits. We need a safer condition.
But Amazon has refused to negotiate with their Teamsters union, insisting most of those who walked out are not actually Amazon employees, but third-party delivery drivers. And Amazon says the strike will not affect operations. Luigi Mangione, the accused killer of United Healthcare's CEO, is in court right now in Pennsylvania for 2 hearings. The first on gun and other charges. Fox's Brian Yennis is there.
The second hearing is at the Blair County Courthouse here. That is going to be about his extradition, where we are told to expect him to waive that extradition, which means we expect him to immediately be moved from Altoona to Manhattan, New York.
And that's where Mangione's already been indicted for murder. After all the drone sightings in recent weeks, mostly in New Jersey, the FAA is temporarily banning flying most drones over parts of that state. The economy grew a little more than first thought in the third quarter. The GDP increase has just been revised higher, up to 3.1%. America's listening to Fox News.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx users compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Israel is gone on the attack again after hundreds of strikes targeting weapons storage in Syria following the opposition rebel takeover of that country. A new round of bombings today have hit Yemen, where at least 9 people are reported dead. All this in reaction to a missile fired by Iran-backed Houthi militants in Yemen targeting Israel. Meanwhile, Israel's being condemned again for its war against Hamas in Gaza.
Pressure group Human Rights Watch says Israel has killed thousands of civilians in Gaza by depriving them of clean water. It calls it a crime against humanity by extermination and describes that as an act of genocide, although admits proving the charge would mean establishing intent. Israel rejects the accusations, insisting it's facilitated the supply of aid and fresh water to Gazans, doing so, it says, under regular attack by Hamas. Israel's foreign ministry posting on X, the truth is the complete opposite of HRW's lies. Another campaign group, Amnesty, also this month accused Israel of genocide in Gaza. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising, coming off yesterday's massive sell-off when the Dow plunged more than 1,100 points. Christmas just 6 days away, and some people are already on the move.
More than 119 million of us are expected to travel during the Christmas and New Year's holiday period, according to AAA, beating out the previous record set in 2019. The year-end holiday period begins on Saturday and ends Wednesday, January 1st. AAA also says about 90% of those traveling will go by car. The skies are expected to be crowded, too. The TSA expects to screen nearly 40 million air travelers during the holidays, and the busiest days to fly are projected to be December 20th, 27th, and 30th. There could also be record-setting travel by bus, train, and on cruise ships. Almost 4.5 million people, the highest in 20 years.
That's Tanya J. Powers. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. At Urbana Hotel getting a facelift after 100 years, but progress going slower than expected. Hotel Royer has extended its opening date 4 times since 2022, and financial penalties could soon be coming for the developers. The hotel, formerly the Lincoln Hotel, is still under construction after years of work. City Council set the hotel's 4th deadline of occupancy as December 31st. Well, a federal grand jury convicting a Champaign County man of robbing a credit union in Rantoul in June. Prosecutors say Troy Burke robbed the Community Plus Federal Credit Union on June 20th before being arrested the same day. Burke was found guilty last week following a 2-day trial. Minimum wage in Illinois is going up at the start of the new year. Workers will see an increase of $1 per hour from $14 to $15. The minimum wage for tip workers rising to $9 an hour. It's the 7th and final increase as part of a legislation signed by the governor in 2019. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, so it's 6 after. Meteorologist Greg Soyer jumps on at this hour. We talked to him about the Eagle Scout knows everything he knows about weather like the back of his hand.
Well, I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
They know enough.
Yeah. One of the top Eagle Scouts, according to what I heard. So, yeah.
And what I like, Greg, is that all your work with the agribusiness and the farming community, that's where I get so many compliments on your forecast.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's our niche around here.
Yeah,
so,
well, pretty important to know.
Been doing that for as long as I've been in the business, just about.
Well, pretty important to know when you can get in the fields or what you have to do before that comes or whatever. Yeah. Pretty important.
Well, here's the way to put it in perspective. The great Orion Samuelson, you remember him, don't you?
Oh yeah.
If you eat, you're involved with agriculture.
There you go.
Yeah. So there's no escaping it.
Yeah, no, it's important to kind of know. And I tell you, I enjoy saying, well, what's it going to be today? And so he said that. I kind of go with you on that, man. I just said the guy knows. So. He's my guy, so we're glad to have him.
If I can help you out in the scuba diving thing like last hour. But that's where my expertise level drops off significantly.
We went there and did a refresher course for 3 hours in the pool at the Ark. The Ark's very nice. I hadn't been in it a while, but it's just really nice for students. By the way, they shut that down tomorrow. I think they're shut.
Yep.
For the holiday break?
Yep.
The finals are wrapping up, so people are leaving town.
You walk into the Ark, on the left is like weights and stuff, and the thing, it used to have like 3 basketball courts. It's all weights now. That's a big area for weights.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been in there
I don't know how it works. And you buy a pass as a townie? I don't even know. I have no idea. Anyway, it's beautiful. And yeah, we did a refresher course for scuba diving because we were planning a dive here over the break. And yeah, it's clear those ears and get all your
and
stuff.
look at all the CrossFit stuff that you do. And if you had not been doing that and gotten in the pool and done this stuff, you'd be in a lot worse shape.
Oh no,
there's right?
I mentioned an hour ago.
Credit to you.
No, just get after it because I don't want to look like old people like normal. So I'm trying to look better for guys my age, and it really gives me more energy. But
our age.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, I'm way older. Anyway, it's
Diane.
CrossFit's big time. I love it. But I mentioned to Greg last night. I woke up in the middle of the night, had a double hammy cramp.
That's a cramp.
Well, then you got to fix it, but it hurts so bad you can't move.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those. You know how you get into calf?
It's like you're frozen. You don't really know what to do.
I was once at a show somewhere, and what's the top of your leg called? The hammy's on the back. The top is the quad. I had a double quad cramp at a theater once. Yeah, you can't say a word.
Right.
What's wrong with that man? What's wrong with him?
You never know what's going on with people.
But Diane had the probably good tip: bananas and water.
There you go.
Yeah, bananas. Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah.
Sodium, potassium stuff. Let's check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier. So what do you got on the maps, my friend?
Well, we have a nice day underway relative to a decent 19 at 26 at Willard and Savoy. Same at Danville, 25 at Rantoul. A few flurries up into the northern end of the state. That's the next fairly energetic Clippers system that will bring a little dash of some winter across the area here. And boy, these systems are few and far between, i.e. as in wintertime. It will not be, unfortunately, folks, around here, a white Christmas. Forget about it. Probably a muddy and mucky one out there in the fields in particular. Pretty balmy around here, almost an early spring feel as we get closer to Christmas and a little bit beyond from there. So do what you can out there with enjoying some semblance of wintertime. Not a lot of them coming our way here, at least in the shorter term of it. 37 today with a mostly cloudy sky and a light east to southeast wind turning southerly. Is a weather system, as mentioned, upstream that may bring a little drizzle, a little bit of rain around the area early on tonight. In our colder locales up to the north, maybe some of that could freeze on a deck or overpass. Keep an eye on that. Then some light snow after midnight tonight and some snow showers through tomorrow morning. Lows down to 27, up to 35 tomorrow. Gusty northwest wind. A coating, a dusting at the Kankakee an inch, maybe 2 or 3 at the Wisconsin line, and more as you go northward from there if you're going to be traveling. Then tomorrow night down to 19 as skies clear. Winter solstice, 3:21 Saturday morning up to 33 there. 34 and sunshine on Sunday. A little snow over to rain. Nothing big on Monday with a high up to 38. Then we're in the low to mid 40s Tuesday, Christmas Day, Wednesday. Tickling 50 next Thursday and Friday with showers, maybe even a thunderstorm here in East Central Illinois. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
If you're looking to get the most from your money, you should consider a free rewards checking account from Fisher National Bank, giving you access to their Reward Saver, which earns you an exceptional annual percentage that can really increase your earnings potential. No monthly service fees or minimum balance required. When you're ready to make the most of your money, switch to Rewards Checking and Rewards Saver from Fisher National. You can see the monthly requirements at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
It's the season of giving with the City of Urbana.
The Urbana Arts and Culture program with local artist Leslie Kimball has decorated so many windows in downtown Urbana as you take in lunch and dinner specials featuring Urbana's restaurants offering flavors from around the world. Hashtag We Love Urbana and shop locally owned art galleries. Various businesses have on display the trees and lights from places around the world. Learn more all on social media with the City of Urbana.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Well, sad
Better
news.
banking
Hold
experience.
on. Sad news out of Muhammad this morning. Just horrific news. 3 dead from shooting in Muhammad.
Mm-hmm. And I was just reading the story. Let's see. Police officers were called to the scene on South Riverside Court at 9:40 after a report of multiple people were shot. Officers found 3 people with life-threatening gunshot wounds. Officers rendered first aid, then Corn Belt Fire and Carl EMS arrived to the scene. 1 victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The 2 others were taken to Carl Hospital and died from their injuries at the hospital. Police say a suspect has been identified and located.
Not arrested, which I think is interesting. I'm not sure what that's about.
Right.
So.
And then it says Muhammad Police Department officials say they've requested Illinois State Police Division of Criminal Investigation Crime Scene Services to help conduct the investigation. Champaign County Sheriff's Office, Champaign County Coroner's Office also assisted in the response.
Prayers to the families, because that's we have a lot of listeners in Muhammad. We have Muhammad's just a growing town, and for this, I'm just shocked in a town that size, even though they've grown. That's just 3, unbelievable. So we'll keep track of that for you as we progress here throughout the morning, as we get information, as we check your sports headlines at ESPN 93.5.
All right, well, let's start with Illinois basketball is in action against Missouri on Sunday at noon in St. Louis. We will be wrapping up the show for a few weeks, so if you wanted to go to the game against Chicago State during the break, that's on December 29th. You can text in Illini, and we're dishing out these tickets. You could, re-gift them to somebody that you know.
Yeah.
But that'll wrap up their year there as far as December games.
You're going to see some real pros
Right.
on the Illinois team, and Chicago State's a team we ought to beat, obviously. But you want to see them play in person, we're giving out free tickets. Text in Illini, 217-359-2255.
And thanks to Express Employment Professionals, recruiting top talent and having opportunities. Locally owned, expresspros.com. And again, Chicago State is a Sunday game on December 29th at 1 o'clock. Then we've got a trip out west, January 2nd at Oregon. January 5th, that's the Sunday, at Washington. And then back for Penn State, Wednesday, January 8th at 8 o'clock, Stevie.
Yep.
So that's going to be a later one. The Saturday, January 11th against USC will be an 11 a.m. tip-off. We've got our football team in action, of course. New Year's Eve at 2 in Orlando. Lots of people contemplating trips down south as number 20, Illinois, takes on number 15, South Carolina. We already heard at the game over the weekend against number 1, Tennessee during the timeout when Luke Altmaier goes to the court and says, I'm staying.
Yeah, that was good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the only guy we got opting out that we know of is Pat Bryant. I would guess South Carolina, who's favored by 10.5 over Illinois. I would guess they'll have more than that with NFL prospects and high picks. So South Carolina is a very good football team, but so are we.
We've got some bowls going on. I know UNLV beat Cal yesterday 24-14. Georgia Southern and Sam Houston in a game tonight. So the bowls are in progress, and all the best in your viewing. Of course, Pia's is a good option for you, and Pia Claus tonight and tomorrow morning at 1609 West Springfield Avenue. Bulls are at Boston. Indiana's Pacers are in Phoenix. We also have NFL action with the Broncos and LA Chargers tonight, taking note of the Lions and Bears on the 22nd at noon. And it looks like your Saints on Monday the 23rd against the Packers is something you'll want to take note of, Stevie.
You take note of it when they're in the playoff run maybe, but now it's like, okay, any other games to watch?
Mm-hmm.
From trimming to tree to shopping for that perfect gift, the holidays are busy. All the running around. Busey wants you to just be careful. I know you still got some last-second stuff to do. Where are you on it? Do you even know? Yeah, you bought this and that, but what did you use? Cash, card? You're going to get those bills in January, and you're going to be surprised going, I didn't? Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. Oh, darn it. So be bargain hunter. Stick to your list. Factor in other expenses that come with things like food and travel and decor and postage stamps. And, heck, you send out 100 cards at $73. Is it 73 cents now?
Wow.
Review receipts from last year, save receipts from this year, and just be careful with your credit. Busey, committed to helping you handle your hard-earned money responsibly while still enjoying the holidays. Challenge yourself to be meaningful and impactful. Maybe it's something you do for somebody. That's a great gift. Busey dedicated to providing support and resources this season. Whether it's budgeting or planning your financial resolutions, you can go to Busey and talk to somebody, 800-67-BUSEY, or go to Busey.com today. Busey, for over 155 years, under the name of Busey, member FDIC.
Couple of texts coming in. I think it's a bunch of BS how Biden will only take questions while running to a jet turbo engine. It's something wrong with the helicopter running. And this is something that John Decker brought up about a half an hour ago or 45 minutes ago when he was getting a question in to President Joe Biden.
Yeah, you shout questions, and most of the time nothing happens. It's... loud. I can't. Can't hear you. Yeah. I got to go.
And then this Red Dawn top situation, I think about how the enemy could use your social media to determine who is a threat. And by what you post, it could also use facial recognition to find you.
I wondered, what are they going to do with my information?
Right. We talked about TikTok and Chinese own.
And John Decker said, you don't think in nefarious ways. I guess that's true. I just, I guess they can use stuff. But, yeah. All right, check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Van Ham vicinity. Next weather system, Clipper style, making its way down through the upper Midwest. Will bring a little dash of wintertime across the area late tonight and through tomorrow morning. After that, it's yet another pattern shift into incredibly and unseasonably mild to downright warm and increasingly wetter as well as we head on through Christmas week. In the meantime, mostly cloudy for the day today. High temperature around 37. That's a little more seasonal with a light northeast to east wind around southeast. For tonight, little light rain drizzle mix before midnight. Some light snow and snow showers after midnight, down to 27. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and a few snow showers around for the morning, and maybe a coating to short inch from here on northward towards the Kankakee. The high tomorrow at 35 and a bite to that northwest wind. Weekend forecast, partly to mostly sunny, 33 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday, a little snow over to rain, no big deal for Monday. Highs into the upper 30s, and it's 40s for highs for Tuesday, Christmas Day, Wednesday, and Thursday, with rain and shower activity on the increase. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The economy improved at a stronger than expected pace over the third quarter. The gross domestic product rose at a 3.1% pace. The reading's been revised higher from an initial reading of up 2.8. It reflects strong consumer spending and the U.S. exporting more. Fewer people were signing up for unemployment benefits last week. New claims for unemployment benefits declined to 220,000. Stock futures are recovering some ground after yesterday's sell-off that followed the Federal Reserve pulling back on expected interest rate cuts next year from 4 to 2. Darden Restaurants, Olive Garden's parent company, reported better than expected business. CarMax is seeing business improve. Its quarter was better than expected. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
In the Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life, which lead character says the line, "Say brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from?" Never saw it.
George Bailey. How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Thank you for taking the quiz.
Chelsea needed some help to sell her grandmother's home. She reached out to Nate Evans Group to learn more about her options. Well, with their extensive knowledge of the local real estate market, the experts at Nate Evans Group were able to correctly price the home, and it sold quickly and for a great price.
And we were talking with Nate Evans when he came to our studios the other day about how the holidays look and the new year and the potential, him working with Zillow and having a strong partnership. If you're just contemplating what to do next, it's pretty neat that you can get your home value as you go to nateevansgroup.com. And he was especially talking about his team and each one of those agents, more than 100 home sales in their career. He doesn't work with inexperienced agents. He was talking about Dustin, for instance, working with the farm and agribusiness people. And it's just a professional that you can trust who can really take you up to the next level when it comes to selling your home. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty, getting you that immediate cash offer on your home. There's flexible fees as you sell your home for the most money possible. And call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. Just do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC. Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnace is running safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
See You at Home's One Winter Night Outdoor Challenge comes our way in early February. And now is the time to get involved in this powerful opportunity for our community to learn about homelessness and build empathy for the people served, raising funds to support the mission of See You at Home. Participants can register to take part in the One Winter Night Outdoor Challenge on February 7th. As you get involved in this vital ministry, experiencing difficulties faced by homeless individuals on cold winter nights, spending the night in an outdoor tent or car or makeshift shelter, getting together a team, or serving as an individual. Events like One Winter Night are crucial in helping raise necessary funds in this life-changing, supportive event to break the cycle of homelessness and achieve long-term stability. Your participation directly contributes to these transformative outcomes. For details, visit seeyouathome.us.
Speaking of which, Melissa Cartwright, See You at Home. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. One Winter's Night coming up February 7. Tell me all about it.
We're so looking forward to this year's One Winter Night. We've got a lot of great things that we're going to be doing and some things that we're working on for our programming. But yeah, February 7th and 8th, it's everybody's opportunity to get involved in the solution for homelessness. People can choose to stay outdoors in a variety of different ways, and they usually do. And while they're taking on that challenge, they're going to ask their friends and their family to support them and give them some funds and donations that go toward See You at Home's long-term solutions to solving homelessness.
Melissa Courtwright, I know you've adapted over the years, especially after COVID, and this event has taken some different chapters. Stevie and I were talking about Melanie Jackson and Rob Dollhouse and all these people who have done so much for the homeless in our community. Let's talk about this new chapter and what it looks like for the clients that you serve.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. We absolutely stand on the shoulders of the people who have come before us, and we're so thankful for what they've done that have led us to this point. We are at a point with our organization now where we really are focusing on something pretty unique, and that's actually looking at solutions for homelessness. We don't want to just offer something that's temporary. We really want to look at the root causes of homelessness and offer our clients an opportunity to tackle those issues that have led them to needing help in the first place. So we have a 12 to 18-month program that addresses 7 points of instability. And to be honest, it's a pretty intensive program. And our clients, honestly, are pretty brave for taking it on because there's a lot to do in those 12 to 18 months. And they roll up their sleeves and they get to work getting their tasks done so that they can graduate from our program.
You know, I didn't realize it until I saw the facility, the home that some of your clients are in. It's over by Strawberry Fields. Thank you so much for that tour. It really gives you a different perspective. And it does make sense. I mean, when we just kind of Band-Aid solution and just provide a cot for somebody and they're in kind of this mass area, it really is too much for the human brain overload to actually think about the next steps of what does it look like to be in your own living space and have your own area to take care of. And I love this Pathways to Progress. Explain what you're doing for people.
Yeah, we really are looking at those long-term solutions, but you're exactly right. You cannot think about what those long-term solutions are going to be until you first feel stable and secure with where you're currently at. And so one of the basic things that we do is to provide a home for people to live in as they're going through our 12 to 18-month program. We know that we can't talk with people about employment or budgeting if they don't know where they're going to be staying night by night. And so we take care of those basic needs first, and then we start moving toward the bigger, deeper issues so that when people graduate from our program, they have actual stability.
That's awesome. Okay, see you at home, One Winter's Night, February 7. How can they reach out and find you, Melissa, donate money to you, or get involved in this event?
So the easiest way to do that is to go to our website. That's seeyouathome.us, and you will see a big banner and button to click on to participate in One Winter Night, to sign up, ask your friends, ask your family to donate money. But also you can yourself just donate directly. We know there's a lot of people out there for a variety of reasons that can't stay out for One Winter Night.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. We appreciate you being on, Melissa.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope it goes well for you, but thanks for calling. We appreciate it very much. All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The suspect in United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's murder, sources say, now agrees to be sent back to New York from Pennsylvania to face charges.
We expect Luigi Mangione will be arraigned in a New York City courtroom as soon as later this afternoon. He faces an 11-count indictment, including first-degree murder as an act of terrorism charge with a max sentence of life in prison without parole, and then 2 second-degree murder charges.
Fox's Brian Yennis. House Speaker Mike Johnson needs to negotiate a new short-term spending bill that can be supported by enough House Republicans and President-elect Trump.
The Vice President-elect, J.D. Vance, didn't leave Speaker Johnson's office till almost 10 p.m., late enough that Vance's son, who was with him, was in his pajamas. They are working on a Plan B to avoid a government shutdown Saturday.
Fox's Peter Ducey. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, a federal grand jury convicting a Champaign County man of robbing a credit union in Rantoul in June. Prosecutors say Troy Burke robbed the Community Plus Federal Credit Union on June 20th before being arrested the same day. Burke was found guilty last week following a 2-day trial. Minimum wage in Illinois is going up at the start of the new year. Workers will see an increase of $1 per hour from $14 to $15. The minimum wage for tip workers rising to $9 an hour. It's the 7th and final increase as part of a legislation signed by the governor in 2019. An Urbana hotel getting a facelift after 100 years, but progress going slower than expected. Hotel Royer has extended its opening date 4 times since 2022, and financial penalties could soon be coming for the developers. The hotel, formerly the Lincoln Hotel, is still under construction after years of work. City Council set the hotel's 4th deadline of occupancy as December 31st. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
We're talking to Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group.
Yeah, I mean, we hire full-time agents. That's a non-negotiable for us. We're really picky about who we hire. We interviewed over 30 agents last year. I took 2. That's a lot different than a lot of the people that we compete against. Nothing against them, but sometimes they're collecting bodies and trying to train and educate them, bring them up to something. We only hire experience. Everybody on my team has been a part of over 100 transactions before you're even eligible to be on my team. And then we can work from there and go from some things. But they're showing up to the office every day. We have conversations about market conditions, and we're able to be a little more aware of what we're experiencing, and then use all that information amongst each other to kind of help each other through these times and help our clients in return.
So call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans with eXp Realty, 217-239-7113, or do an online search to Nate Evans Group to start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank. Not a recording answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. If you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 435120.
Springfield Avenue is now open. Yes, Springfield Avenue is now open. So from Kenwood to Duncan, you can visit El Toro easily, and it's open. Your favorite Mexican restaurant is open once again. After 4 months of construction, come and see the good people at El Toro on West Springfield. They've got your favorite Mexican dish, and they're open 7 days a week. Springfield Avenue is open. Enjoy El Toro Restaurant right on Springfield near Kaufman Lake, and enjoy your favorite Mexican restaurant. El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Mostly cloudy seasonal days worth of weather ahead across the area with light northeast to east wind. Will top out at around about 37. Bottoming out tonight to 27 with a touch of rain and drizzle in spots before midnight and some light snow and snow showers after midnight. To pick up on the west-northwest wind through the day tomorrow. We'll have snow showers and flurries tomorrow morning. A coating to dusting to short inch as you go from Champaign on northward. Highs tomorrow at 35 with a northwest wind 12 to 24 and gusty. Weekend forecast, winter time officially clocks in 3:21 Saturday morning, partly sunny 33, up to 34 on Sunday, and a warm-up, moderation of temperatures, almost an early spring feel, and getting wet around here for Christmas week. Monday, a little snow over to rain, no big deal here at 38. Rainy Tuesday at 41. Rain on and off for the day on Christmas Day with a high up to 45. We'll get close to 50 with showers, even a thunderstorm next Thursday and Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Illinois basketball star Merez Johnson on managing partner at Sarah Champagne, Ben Quattrone.
Ben Quattrone is a great guy. He's like an uncle to me now, a great character person. Sarah Champagne is like a family. Talk to the people that work here sometimes, just to talk to them, and they helped me when I got my car deal. It was very helpful. It wasn't like I was here all day, like I was bonding with people, have a conversation with them. They're there. Oh, I love my car.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke on Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is number one. That's what I got you and Donna, number one this morning on pit mastering and winning in Terre Haute dominating fashion, including all kinds of rankings in chicken and desserts and everything else. How are you, Mr. Onstadt?
I am wonderful. How are you two doing today?
Fine. We just smoked the ham last week.
Right, and we talked about the turkey and the different things we can do with that. And did we smoke a pumpkin pie or something?
Oof. Or yeah, we had smoked pumpkin pie.
How'd that go?
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a little bit. We the crust on the outside kind of got a little over smoked, but the filling and the pie part was excellent. And so I'm going to figure out how to cut that off on the crust and not get that as smoky. But that was excellent.
All
but
right.
for New Year's, we got a whole nother meal coming.
Okay. Yeah, you said this is kind of Donna's thing for New Year's, right?
Yeah, this is her recipe, and it's easy and quick. She does it every year. What we do is smoked sausage, cabbage, new red potatoes, and baby carrots in a crock pot. So we do have the smoked flavor, but we're cooking it in the crock pot for about 4 hours, and that gets that smoky flavor from the sausage into all the other stuff, and that's we use smoke as an ingredient because it tastes good when it's done right, and salt and pepper to taste. Now, she likes the Polish sausage. I'm going to throw a twist in here and say that I like the andouille or boudin sausage, the Cajun sausages.
A little pop to it. A little pop to them, I think.
Yeah, you can. If you make it yourself, you can put as much pop as you want on there. What does that Emerald dude say? Give it some bam.
Yeah, give it some bam. That's who we call our point guard Bam, don't they?
But that is
Kylan Boswell is called Bam. They call him Bam.
That is so quick and easy after either a long or a short New Year's Eve. I mean, we're usually asleep by 9:30 on New Year's.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
But you can get up at early in the morning or even later in the morning and put it on for 4 hours and start eating at noon and have a good meal.
I
and
think cabbage is
kind
part
of a good
of the tradition. If you do cabbage, because if you get a cabbage in on the first day of the year, you can be wealthy all year long.
Okay, then. All right. So name those ingredients again. It's crock pot. This is my level. I can throw in a crock pot. What are the ingredients again?
It's real easy. Smoked sausage, cabbage, new red potatoes, baby carrots, and salt and pepper.
Boom. That's easy.
Yep.
Or bam.
That's real easy.
Yeah. Okay, so then we need chicken broth or something? What are we using in the crock pot, the liquid wise?
I think that she's just using some water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Something easy for New Year's. Donna's special. Awesome. Appreciate that. Okay, Mr. Tim Onstadt. Gail Frericks Trucking. Talk away. What do we got going on, man?
Oh, we've got a wonderful crew, and at the end of the year here, I just want to thank all of our drivers, customers, and employees. We have the best guy to work for in Gail Frericks. And Stevie, this was just in. You're the second best boss that I have. I mean, you gave me a day off the week after Thanksgiving, and now you're giving me 2 weeks off at the end of the year. I think that's just so generous. I only work 5 minutes a week for you, so that's pretty darn generous.
Well, I got to remember to call Gail because I instruct him too. So I say, Gail, here's what you should do today.
That's right.
Yeah, he waits for my calls every day.
Okay, is that how it works?
That's not how it works. No, no, you're great, Tim. You're great to have on. We love what you do. You're very talented as a manager taking care of Gail Frericks and dedicated diesel, but then it's just amazing because you're not tired Friday night. That's when you go spend the night and work all day on competition pitmaster stuff. I'm impressed how much energy you have for all that.
We're going to get ready to go. I think our season's going to start on May 30th back here in Terre Haute. They bumped that competition up, so we're going to spend some time this winter working on that and getting ready for it. But we're just honored to be able to wear the GFT logo and do that. And people at Dedicated Diesel do a great job. Everybody needs to get over there and get those awesome, new used mowers bought up and get out of there so we have rooms for some new ones. And talk to Andy there at 217-328-0562. He'll give you a great deal and get those things going.
And where's that located?
But that's at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana.
And what are your hopes in the first part of 2025 for Gail Frericks Trucking?
Well, we're going into the year in great shape. We've got a full roster of drivers. Everything looks good. We've got some exciting opportunities with some new customers. It's real important to us that all of our drivers are home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. It's really tough this year with those being with Christmas and New Year's being on a Wednesday. So we're because you can't really get very far out, and you got to get back home. And we have a customer that had a special need to get 2 loads in Georgia on the day after Christmas. So we've got 2 drivers. Donna put the word out and said, hey, we're not forcing anybody. If anybody wants to go or doesn't matter with their families or something, if they're gone, or any single guys want to take off and make some better money that week because it's a screwed up week anyway. And 2 guys stepped up, and their family Christmas, they're having it on the weekend because they have relatives and family members that do have to work or something during the week. So they had it on the weekend. So they said, hey, I'll go so the other guys can be home with their family.
And you guys are family. I mean, your company's family. I mean, that's how you treat it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all brothers, uncles, sisters, kids in some instances. But, yeah, they're just like family.
Well, doing a great job. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, my friend. And always a pleasure. We can't wait to talk to you on January 9 will be our next visit.
Hey, we'll get this started out next week or next year and do some more smoking recipes and maybe some product reviews. Hopefully, I'll get better with technology. We'll get some stuff online, get some recipes posted, and maybe take on some listener challenges if you got anybody that wants us to try something.
Bart from Oakwood texted into 359-2255 about how to smoke a bone-in ham. So, interesting off-the-cuff question. I don't know if we
Is that
could
different than
tackle
the regular ham? Because we did the ham a week ago, right? I mean,
It's pretty similar to a regular ham, yeah. We can address the specifics the first show next year maybe.
Sounds good.
But yeah, a bone-in ham is very, very similar to the ham we talked about last week. It's going to cook faster because the bone inside is going to get hot.
Gotcha. Helps to cook. Well, you can also go back a week from today. We did a podcast. You can go listen to that one.
StevieJay.com right
Tim,
around this time.
Thank you, my friend. It's a pleasure working with you, my friend.
You all and your families have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you next year.
Thank you, Tim. Tim Onstop, Pitmaster Extraordinaire, Gale Forex Trucking, and Dedicated Diesel, ESP on 93.5.
Season's greetings. This is Janelle Adams from Prospect Bank. Sometimes the perfect gift is simply sharing a smile, and donations don't always have to be grand gestures. These small tokens show appreciation and will bring a world of happiness to a stranger. Remembering those who are less fortunate during this time of year could be the perfect encouragement needed to support your local food pantry and other civic organizations. Happy holidays from all of us at Prospect Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Troy Lands from Lands Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. With colder temperatures here, let's make sure your heating system is operating at its best. At Lands, you can join our comfort family and get exclusive savings and support to keep your heating system in tip-top shape this winter and all year round. Our plans offer tune-ups, discounts on repair, and even lifetime system enhancements. Plus, we back up our equipment with labor warranty when we install it. Find out more about our comfort family maintenance plans at landsinc.com. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Champaign County Crime Stoppers has been working to keep our neighborhoods safe since 1986, but we've never done it alone. We rely on the generous support of those that recognize Crime Stoppers as an investment in a safer community for our friends, our family, and our collective future. Your generous support directly funds cash rewards for anonymous tips that lead to arrests. Join us by making a tax-deductible donation today that leads to a brighter, safer tomorrow. Donate now at ChampaignCountyCrimeStoppers.org.
The City of Urbana has a new website replacing the current website to be more timely and responsive to community needs. UrbanaIL.gov utilizes a standardized template and style guide to be easy to navigate and maintain, giving the citizens of Urbana and visitors a chance to easily find information, integrating online tools, and providing better access forms, applications for permits, licenses, and online payments. UrbanaIL.gov.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. Yeah, good man, great company. It's Ben Quattrone. All right, 8:47. Let's check your sports headlines.
Bowl games are underway. The Art of Sport LA Bowl had UNLV over Cal 24-13 last night. Western Kentucky was beat by James Madison in the Boca Raton Bowl. And tonight is Georgia Southern and Sam Houston. Of course, our own Illini in the Cheez-Its Citrus Bowl on New Year's Eve at 2 o'clock. Lots of different pubs and taverns are stepping up, like Pia's and Cam's, with some great viewing during the day on New Year's Eve, and then come back at night to ring in 2025. Number 20, Illinois, taking on number 15, South Carolina in Orlando. We'll have our women in action against SIU at noon on Friday. That's tomorrow. And then Sunday at noon, our Illini men's basketball team taking on Missouri in St. Louis. Parkland men's basketball team beating Glen Oaks Community College yesterday. They're 12-1 on the season. The Parkland women are 7-6 on the season after beating Florida State at Jacksonville yesterday. The Bulls are in Boston tonight. Indiana Pacers are at Phoenix. NHL action has St. Louis's Blues in Tampa Bay. Seattle is in Chicago to face the Blackhawks. And NFL action has the Broncos and the LA Chargers. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey. Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circus Sports Illinois. Circus Sports, it's betting the way it should be. Circus Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circus Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
Must be 21 or older. For Illinois Problem Gambling Services, please call 1-877-968-7848.
This holiday season, you can help light the way for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities by donating to DSC's Tree of Hope. The Tree of Hope is more than just a symbol of light. It's a beacon of possibility. Each light on the tree represents hope and a step towards a brighter future for people with disabilities. Visit dsc-illinois.org to make your donation before January 31st. Join in today to be part of the hope that shines brightly for all. dsc-illinois.org.
All right, check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Memphis. Saturday, mostly cloudy, seasonal days worth of weather ahead across the area with light northeast to east wind will top out at around about 37. Bottoming out tonight to 27 with a touch of rain and drizzle in spots before midnight and some light snow and snow showers after midnight. To pick up on the west-northwest wind through the day tomorrow. We'll have snow showers and flurries tomorrow morning, a coating to dusting to short inch as you go from Champaign on northward. Highs tomorrow at 35 with a northwest wind 12 to 24 and gusty. Weekend forecast, winter time officially clocks in 3:21 Saturday morning, partly sunny 33, up to 34 on Sunday, and a warm-up, moderation of temperatures, almost an early spring feeling. Getting wet around here for Christmas week. Monday, a little snow over to rain, no big deal here at 38. Rainy Tuesday at 41. Rain on and off for the day on Christmas Day with a high up to 45. We'll get close to 50 with showers, even a thunderstorm next Thursday and Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
If you want a hand-cut, perfectly cooked filet, there's only one place to get it. The Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford. Customers rave about Donnie's fillets. So tender that you can cut it with your fork. Don't go to an ordinary steakhouse. Choose Long Branch and have it your way. Join the many people who know that it's worth the trip. The Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. And remember, there's always room for Long Branch.
Yeah, there's a buzz about Nolan Arenado being traded to Houston, but he apparently vetoed the deal. He has a no-trade contract, so whatever they do, they have to clear it with Nolan Arenado. Astros were in the playoffs last year. They lost in the first round, but they're kind of selling off their team. I don't know why they want Nolan Arenado. If they got rid of a superstar, Kyle Tucker, to the Cubs. Terrific player. 3-time All-Star, young. But the asterisk there is he's got 1 year, and then he's got an agent that's going to draw a lot of money. Will the Cubs pay that? Anyway, we'll see what happens, but the Cardinals are sellers this year.
Cody Bellinger is with the New York Yankees
now. Yeah. So Cardinals aren't going to do anything. They're dropping payroll, and I don't know. That's not going to get people to come to the ballpark unless you win.
Cardinal fans are grumpy now, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think about it. You win, playoff, nothing.
Right.
All of a sudden, it's just, you don't tolerate that. It's just kind of what it is. I mean, when you have expectations for your franchise, you have expectations for your franchise. And so the Cardinal fans, as nice as it's been, they don't miss the playoffs much, or they haven't. But notice who left. Adam Wainwright, Yadier Molina. I mean, our buddy, Benji Molina, who we know pretty well.
Yep.
His brother has said Yadi wants to manage and only for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'd hire him today.
Absolutely.
And I'd give Ollie Marmol a big old hug and a lot of money.
Yep.
Say thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
But Yadi,
I'd have Yadi or Molina.
Would be a great fit in
I
2025.
think he meant so much to that team because he was kind of a manager on the field anyway.
Absolutely.
And he just he's a winner. I'd totally hire Yadi or Molina as my manager for sure. But you're only so good as the top brass will pay for too. You know, you got to have players, and Paul Goldschmidt's not going to be with the Cardinals, and neither is Nolan Arenado apparently. So anyway, we'll love the Cardinals. I'll hopefully get invited to opening day, and I'll go and be there for the first game. And
in case you're getting a new 2025 calendar, our Cardinal Caravan is Friday, January 17th at the Hilton Garden Inn at noon.
And Cardinals.com is where you can order. I haven't heard anything about the Cardinal calendar this year. We didn't order it. I hadn't heard.
And people are saying, what's the design? What's the focus?
I don't know.
And especially with a lot of these players come and gone now, do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to redesign the look of the calendar because you featured that guy in the month of July?
Be happy. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. And just baseball means summer and fun and all that. So, okay, we're back tomorrow. We'll get it going. We do have a special appearance by Ed Martin, who's taken a job at the White House under the new administration. Ed, formerly of the Eagle Forum and Phyllis Schlafly's group, and he's making a change to the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue address.
Absolutely.
So we'll have Ed on tomorrow because he missed yesterday. He said he was in Florida. Where were you in Florida? Was it Mar-a-Lago? We'll see. We'll call him tomorrow with Johnny. That'll be at 7:35 tomorrow.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Appreciate you very much listening. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Since 1937, Citizens Equity First Credit Union, or CEFCU, has been serving its 385,000 owners with something better than banking. We believe in an open and honest approach to handling your money. Are you ready for your next car? Enjoy low interest rates on auto loans tailored just for you. Remember, we're not a bank. We're better. Experience the CEFCU difference today, where you're not just a customer, you're an owner. Visit CEFCU.com for more details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Since 1955, the University of Illinois Police Training Institute has been dedicated to making police officers active, respected members of their community. Using the adult learning model, PTI's curriculum focuses on understanding diverse communities and treating everyone with dignity and respect, going beyond state standards, specializing in Brill Lead training, juvenile officer certification, and LGBTQ ally training. Discover more on Facebook and Instagram or visit pti.illinois.edu.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Big bad night, appliance world. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Illinois basketball season is underway. Single game tickets to see your Fighting Illini at State Farm Center are on sale now at fightingillini.com. Great seats are still available. Lock in your tickets for big games against Big Ten opponents before they're gone. Don't miss your chance to see the winningest team in the Big Ten Conference over the last 5 years. Be part of the atmosphere and get tickets at fightingillini.com.
Individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.